TNC's turn to ban. Execration's turn to ban. TNC's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Execration's turn to ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mr. Cat season number 2. We are here with the start of Group B. In fact, our first series of Group B. We've got some exciting teams have play for us today. It's going to be TNC versus Execration. Game number 2 now underway. We're into the draft. Of course, we are here on Moonduck TV. Thanks so much for joining us. I am Maut. With me today is Trent Pax. Trent, I gotta say, TNC, they looked pretty damn good. They look to be currently in top form, especially after that performance in game number 1.
TNC's turn to pick. Execration's turn to pick.
Oh, yeah. I actually was concerned because I wanted to get coffee, and I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't start too quickly, but it turned out it didn't take me very long to get, a day-old coffee microwaved. And
5 seconds remaining.
TNC. So things have changed. They end up with the first pick this time, and they're also still going to be on Dire, though. But Execration. So I've noticed now some Southeast Asian teams, they take second pick. If they've won the coin toss, whatever, they want second pick. They don't care what side. They want the 2 picks after, which I think is the stronger one right now, at least in my opinion. You get the 2-3 in the opening start, and then you get the final pick as well. Seems pretty good. And in this case, both teams have their preferred side. TNC would rather be Dire. Execration would rather be Radiant. So they're both just kind of getting what they want in these scenarios.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with, I suppose.
Ogre. I like Ogre.
Yeah.
Are you an Ogre fan? You like Ogre?
I like playing Ogre. I don't think he's not the most exciting Dota player or Dota hero to watch, I think, but he definitely has some interesting. He has interesting capabilities, multicasts, things like that. I think also Ignite's pretty good slow in the early game. I think he facilitates early game fighting, so he's kind of pretty exciting in that regard in terms of roaming and ganking. But other than that, I mean, I don't have an issue with Ogre. I guess I could say. I don't know.
I wish he.
As good as it gets.
I don't know. I remember when he used to get maybe a little bit more farm on the hero. Before he was like total, I'm just going to bloodlust you, and we used to get those insane multicasts.
Yeah.
Those were pretty exciting.
Like the Aghatim's Ogre or what have you. I don't know. There's a lot of items that hero could go, I feel like. Instead of just playing like the 6th position and buying wards and things all the time. Aether Lens.
Yeah. Well, TNC, they just go right away with the Slider Lifestealer. So this is obviously a potent combo. I mean, we all get it. Infest bombs, minus armor. Whoever gets jumped on is probably dead.
Yeah.
But the problem is you get it so early in the draft that you just want to totally play around it. You just want to, you basically can just say, all right, are we just going to go crazy split push and just try and, dodge the whole time? Or do we just go 5-man? Because if you go 2 split push, then obviously that works into the favor of this Slider Lifestealer, right? Because then they're like, oh, split push, that means you're on your own, we're gonna jump you. If you just go for this 5-man Dota like TNC kind of played last game, it severely hampers this Slider Lifestealer thing, because you can't just blink in and be all crazy. It just doesn't work.
So what would you suggest then to kind of have that 5-man Dota for Execration? I mean, you already have an Ogre and a Darkseer. Darkseer does like to get levels, but once he has those levels in, starts fighting with his team non-stop, essentially.
Yeah, he gets a mech, he just does his thing. You can go for some of those more slippery guys too, if you want to work into your Lincoln Spheres or whatnot. Maybe an Ember Spirit who can kind of fight in this 5-man option early enough, but he wants a little bit of farm. It's like
Or
similar
Weaver,
time.
which Weaver like last game, which has been banned out. I think
Oh,
is
yeah.
they're kind of thinking along those lines. But Ember Spirit for sure, I think is another hero that we see him a lot. You know, I don't know if there's room with him because they have Darkseer already. I keep going back to this mag. I think you talking about mag and me seeing Isis mag over and over recently has really gotten me to like want to play and
Oh,
watch that
dude.
hero.
I agree. That hero's in. He's so good.
Yeah, dude.
Like, he needed that nerf, or he would have been probably into the absolute toppest of tiers.
And he's still really good even with.
Yeah, and that was a big nerf. Like, he used to be able to just solo kill everyone with Echo Saber. It was ridiculous. But yeah, we're off that train now. Different talents, but still strong with the Empower bonus, which in some sense buffs him, right? It definitely buffs him as an offlaner because now, rather than yourself getting all this extra bonus damage, which was a pretty crazy amount, now you get to hand that bonus damage of the Empower onto whoever you're jacking up, making better.
Yeah.
So it's great.
But they decide, at least for now, they want to pick up another support. And Wyvern is not a hero that I've seen a lot recently. I think we saw it one game.
Seconds remaining.
Can't even. Was it in it? I think it was elimination mode where we saw it, and it worked pretty well. Some interesting defensive supports coming out now. You have Winter Wyvern to start things off, and now you have Oracle. Who was it? Draskell? It was. I was casting with Draskell. Oh, it was Barton played Wyvern, and he kept like cold embracing his teammates and like killing his teammates like 2 or 3 times, and like not even just on Wyvern, but on different heroes. It was hilarious.
This is where some teams run into some issues because you pick this Oracle to counter up against the Darkseer so that he can't lane. So what we've seen teams do instead is they'll just go aggro and they'll run at the Oracle. So if I'm Execration right now, I would want like a Juggernaut or some shit, and I would just want to lane into this Oracle and just give my Darkseer 1v1.
I mean, I'm totally fine with that. I think whether they do that or not would be. I mean, all right. So let me ask you the question: if they don't do that, how much farm is the Darkseer actually going to get? How much will he live against this? So Slardar Lifestealer Oracle, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of lockdown and disables. Like, I'm pretty sure if Darkseer goes to that lane, he probably just dies a lot.
Yeah, if you can't send him there because if he goes there with the changes to the mana, the Iron Shell will just get purged off every single time.
Oh yeah,
and then the Slardar will then be completely free to come and disrupt your jungling, and there's nothing you can do as a Darkseer. So they have no choice, honestly, except for this Jug. Hence why. I'm not actually the smartest guy ever, guys. There's just literally no option. They have to pick this Jug here, and they should go aggressive tri-lane into this Oracle. But I was bang on. I mean, let's be honest.
Not to
I am pretty great.
I mean,
I guess I'm kind of wonderful.
I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but that was the only funny. Like, but you are right, man. You've continued to be right over the past couple of days that I've really just over the entirety of your
just pretty much forever.
Career.
We'll just go with that.
God, the fact like. I never had thought of you as somebody with a giant ego, Trent. I hope I'm not gonna have to put you a peg down like I do with Slacks all the time.
I learned from the best.
Okay, well,
they have some issues now though. This Execration, like, because someone's gonna get cold embraced and Sunstrike, and it's gonna be really funny. But you can only do that like once in a team fight, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. This is the Invoker mid from TNC, the classic. We'll see what they pair that up. I mean. They could do obviously well, like we talked about the Juggernaut, Winter Wyvern, Ogre Magi, aggro tri-lane. I think that's what you're alluding to, anyways. So there's more than likely this Jug is not mid, and Execration have their mid yet to be picked.
Yeah, they could pick another hero too if they really wanted to do the same thing. But
I mean, there's other good aggro tri-lane cores. Jug fits that mold pretty well.
Yeah, he's kind of the man. Like in terms of like the aggro tri cores, I would take Jug almost every single time.
What about Sven? I don't know. I don't even think.
He's not the worst hero ever, but he kind of is now, actually. He's kind of garbo, but good Timber game. Similar thing, again, with the Cold Embrace. It's these heroes that can really abuse that. When Timber Saw as well, you throw them inside that, he's going to shred whoever is being healed up if they're even a little bit low. So
I kind of feel like TNC have they've been a step ahead of Execration in the shaft to a certain. And maybe this last pick will change that for Execration, but. Well, that's one way to do it, I suppose. You could either, go and team fight Central against this type of lineup, or you could just split up the map and farm and do like a Tinker alone on his own and then have the rest of the 4 heroes maybe sit together. I'm not sure how they're going to do this.
No, this is good because this means that TNC are, well, they're not 100% on a clock, but it gives Execration a secondary option themselves. So both teams kind of have the same thing going, where now this like Timker is not super susceptible to Slider Lifestealer, honestly. Like you move around the map pretty quick.
If he gets
Slider
a
and
blink,
Lifestealer
especially.
yeah, it's not that bad. And then so now you have this like split push option that again, if you're just running the whole map over time, Lifestealer Slider gets a lot worse and worse. But they have this Invoker, Timbersaw,
10
Backbone,
seconds remaining.
and I would favor Execration maybe a little. Odd mode.
I mean, definitely 100%. All right, quick pause, but nowhere near the length of the pause that we saw earlier on in the first game. It's going to be Raven TPing up to the top lane. There is a lot of TPs happening everywhere. You're going to have Tim's going mid and Slaughter down bottom of the shrine. That's where Sam H is. He's about to meet up with his good friend Gabi. They're going to have a bit of a chat, maybe some coffee while they're in the jungle waiting for the game to start. Nah, they won't see each other. This smoke will break from Sam H. I doubt. Well, Gabi will see it now that the ward is there. Sam H actually, Jig is up for him. And, well, I don't know if it might be up for Gabi as well, but there was some serious... All right, everybody, TP now.
Yeah, what a time to be alive. I really didn't know those, or I didn't think those would make it past 7.00, but I guess they kind of have to, because if you take away this idea to TP, then we're just going to get these, again, instantaneous smokes, and people are just going to, like, roll 6 times at a fountain as Earth Spirit and stuff, and then, like, run back to a shrine, and I don't know, it would honestly just be worse, so... We'll just stick with the TPs, let people pay for their early excursions into the lanes to do these vision battles. And, yeah, Sam H coming out on
really
top.
is a vision battle. It's like, you have, like, a war happening just between, like, Gabi and Sam H bottom. And now, wonder, do they see this ward? And if so, are they going to counter it? They have the sentry for 5593. He's heading over into that direction, perhaps. I'm not sure. Oof.
The battle begins.
And then, as you correctly predicted, Trent,
Wow.
the aggro try. You know, I would predict it too.
I know you would.
I mean, I'd like to think that I would, but in the heat of the moment.
How often do you get to see an aggro Oracle, guys? This is the state we're in. Because they want that matchup. They like need it.
Kind of like this though. I kind of like the fact that they're sending Ryor and Raven to the same lane. They should get farm pretty well here, especially if they continue to purge that Iron Shell.
Yeah, he's actually going to be so sad. Like, look at that. Darkseer's just done. Look at his mana pool right now. That's his life.
What is he at?
Over.
Half HP, and he has 3 clarities, and those clarities, if he gets hit, yeah, he just. What do you do here? Leech experience. Hope to get level 2 Iron Shell at some point, and then. I don't know, head in the jungle or something. Who knows?
There you
They
go.
TP down Lumic. This is where they get a bit easier, but we'll see. Raven's going to chase after Lumic. He pops the Bloodlust, level 1 Bloodlust. Oh, no. No. Stop, please. Ryor. No more fortunes. Top lane, his reaction might be happening. Sam H getting some out from Tim. Slithering Crush will go. He's got Timber Chain. He's got to use it. DJ taking a lot of damage, but Gabi's coming in. Tim says another Slithering in 2. Good Blade Fury coming out. DJ about to get stunned. He wanted to get it on Gabi as well, but he just didn't have the timing. He would have had died if he didn't get it off there. And so they get the kill. Maybe they wanted to get 2 if they could have gotten that Slithering Crush on Gabi. Probably not. But First Blood will go the way of...
Sam H is such a player. He just like walks that entire Blade Fury, knowing that it would mean he would still get to stay in position to get that kill down the War Wyvern. He's like, I got to salve anyway. This is totally worth First Blood.
Yeah.
I will just walk this guy down.
God, TNC are even still just... I feel like this is already going pretty well for them. I will say the Invoker lays through last. It's very early on. Invoker known to be able to come back later on in the laning phase. Nando, though, having a pretty grand old time. Then he had 2 lasers, so...
And still now bottom, yeah. So we'll bring the Jug down. Again, we're just trying to keep mixing up here. 5593 just wants to dodge Oracle as much as possible. Clarity up now. Oh, has a Shrine too, but...
Shrine, the solo Shrine. Clarity Shrine together, yeah. That perhaps... Who knows? I don't know.
Oh, no, I thought maybe he was going to Iron Shell the creeps first, but either way, it didn't really matter. He just Iron Shells himself and just stays in the aura, and then he'll just save his Iron Shell for the other stack. He can move over, and he'll catch up pretty nicely here if he gets a nice stack going here and farms that after the 3-minute mark.
Meanwhile, TNC smoke with Ryor and Tim's. They're going to head either towards mid or towards that jungle area. They would like a kill on Nando, I'm sure. He's not the most mobile here early on in the game, and I have a very, very strong feeling that there's about to be a cold snap Fortune's End first, Cold Snap will come second, Sunstrike will probably get this kill. It's actually Tim's. It doesn't do enough damage to Sunstrike at the first level, I guess even second level. It's still going to be a kill nonetheless, and that's going to help Cuckoo out a lot as he's still only 4 last hits to 15.
Yeah, painful, but he gets the assistance, so it'll be okay.
Fire
Bottom
Blast.
lane.
Yeah, I think Sam H is dead. Good Timber Chain, baby. They dive this. Gabi's doing it. Sam H, he doesn't have Mary Fire. He will get brought down by the triple hero combination from Execration.
Good timing from them, too. Just catch him as early as possible. He had the 2 points in reactive, but they expend enough spells that not going to matter. Generally, like level 3 is when you start hitting the safety zone as your Timber, but once it gets to 5 as well, again, just gets more difficult. As predicted, did clear out those camps. He got a nice stack. Farmed that. He farmed up the other one, and now he's level 4 and almost a half here. So, pretty solid recovery for a Darkseer. And again, just the fact that they forced these musical lane scenario meant that he wasn't just predictably sitting in this one spot where Slider's going to come in and totally mess him up. And it makes the Darkseer's life a lot better, even though it kind of costs these weird rotations all across the map.
Yeah, but as long as he's getting farm, I don't think he... I mean, the rest of the... Well, hold that thought. Cuckoo's probably dead. Oh, the Ghost Walk? No. Wait, what?
Was he burning from Ignite?
He might have been. It looked like he came out of the Ghost. That's what I thought. Anyway.
I didn't see it, but... Lumic will continue doing Ogre things. Good start for him as well. 1-0-1. Part of both kills. Doing his bumbling Ogre things.
Yeah, he's roaming around. He's going to head back home to get mana. Really, and what was a good start for TNC has now turned into only Raven getting good farm, and we've seen him get good farm. Bottom lane, some action happening. It looks like Jay getting jumped on. Tim, Splinter Blast will be taken. Gets slowed up as well. Gabi coming in. Level 2 Blade Fury. Brylan doing pretty well so far for Execration. Gabi now has his phase boots on top of all of that. And I think TNC are just trying to find openings. They're poking and prodding, seeing where the most vulnerable parts of the map are for Execration, and there's not many of them. Gonna roam mid, Nando about to walk into the tree line, get a bottle up. This is very dangerous, but also coming in is going to be the Ogre. Lumic is here. It's going to be scouted out. Nando has both level 3 laser, level PTK missiles. They're just trying to make some room for Cuckoo, who only has 14 last hits. And again, like I said, he could catch up, but it's looking rough.
Yeah, his big catch-up almost certainly going to come on behalf of Slider. It'll all be on Tim setting things up, and then the Sunstrike to try and fund this guy's Midas. He's going to, set up a Patreon, and hopefully, yeah, Slider and Lifesteal are going to, subscribe by going around the map and helping get some kills. It'd be great.
Yeah, they're going to be with a few people part of that Patreon. 3-person Patreon. The rest of them can't afford it. Tim's going to come into the crush on the Lumic. And, he'll find himself a double damage rune for the trouble. Gabi was getting gone on by Sam H. Gabi does pick up the healing ward level 1, drops it, and he's pretty much doing just fine right now. So as the game progresses, the net worth advantage, actually nothing. Execration I thought would have a lead, but again, a lot of that net worth that's going TNC's way is from Raven.
Yes, these Invoker games lately, I have been loving the build Firo has been doing. He went 1 Quas in this game that I was watching the other day, and he just he's basically a Wexort Invoker.
Yeah, exactly.
And you attack, you do so much damage, and you just kind of skip over because you don't have to get the +1 Forge Spirits either. Anyway,
yeah,
Quas, you don't have any, so you get all this crazy experience. It's fun to watch. I hope. I know he might just stay at 2 Quas as well. So.
Yeah, he's got 2 Quas. We'll see if he goes any further into it later on. But Samich really getting ganked down bottom again. No vision for him to spot out Lumic and DJ. DJ will walk up, Splinter Blast first. They're really setting up where they're not pulling the trigger. We'll see if he's gonna get caught, but I'm not sure. I think Gabi's out of mana. Perhaps maybe that's one of the reasons why.
3 points as well in the reactive armor. It's rough.
Very difficult for sure. Maybe we're waiting a TP from Darkseer, who's here now.
Yeah, 4
Ice Shell is up. There's going to be the Chakram. Timber Chain actually gets stunned in the process. Nicely done. Sam H. They're looking for Gabi, but he has no mana to be able to get the kill. Instead, he'll get chased down by DJ. All right, here's the reactive armor. Here's where it gets ridiculous. I don't think they get this kill because of reactive armor. As you had just previously mentioned, he had 15 stacks. Strike came and almost hit onto Lumic or DJ. Not that it mattered.
He got him, dude. He got Gabi.
Oh, did he? Did he actually
He just
get
killed
him?
Jug.
What? I didn't even see the body there.
I know, there was just a sword. I looked too.
Oh my god. I was sure nobody got hit by that, and Gabby was way back towards that tower. Just goes to show what... I mean, we need a... Let's be honest. We need a Sunstrike indicator.
That would be pretty
Like that's a quality of life thing. And I'm not like saying Valve go make it, but it would be really helpful.
He's saying
wanted
Valve
to
will
add
make
that.
it. No. He's
High five out of mana Sunstrike. He's gonna run the opposite
nice play.
direction.
Dude.
Great play. He still is out of mana for Surge, but he's got the Shrine, and now Tim's just to hightail it out. Back in, Iron Shell is up. Ignite from in downtown. Tim's will find himself an Illusion Rune, and that might be enough to stir Execration from going any further.
Nice heads-up play by the Darks here.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I mean, you know the Sunstrike coming, and it's very easy to say as a spectator and stuff too, but just in those moments where you're just like suddenly getting crushed up while you think you're just killing some neutrals, it definitely takes that very good game sense right there, and he even comes bottom, gets a nice couple last hits here. Oh,
man.
Sweet cash.
Nando has his boots to travel like 9 minutes, man. Yeah, he doesn't have the Soul Ring, but still. I think this is a pretty good timing for, I guess you could call it the new Tinker.
Yep. There's no real stacks to work with as well. It's just so much more difficult for your supports to do that kind of stuff. The different timings and the rune battles and whatnot. And, said supports will be smoking up down bottom. Got an Iron Shell on Lumic. They're going to go for round number 2 this time. Still only 3 points reactive armor. Sam H has invested a bit more into damage.
He's coming in. Splinter Blast will go. Arctic Burn is up, and Lumic's down. He's got Ignite. Fire Blast will come first. Laser coming through. Heat-seeking missiles as well.
Great play by
out
Tim.
from Sam H, and Rior is ready to go with that Fortune's End going to work. The Purifying Flames came out as well. Yeah.
Perfect crush.
That was a
Splits that
great
up.
crush for sure. Absolutely.
And that just buys more time for Cuckoo. Not getting any kills. Timbersaw still doing well, and that means that Invoker was free to farm up here in his own jungle, not having to worry
Got
about
his Midas now, man. He's got his Midas. Oh, get that DD. You know you want it. But not only just him, too. Raven was able to get up to his... Oh, here. This is the timing, my friend. He's got the armlet now. Tim's is going to take him on a ride. The vehicle is ready. And not only that, it's a vehicle with the bystander and Rior. They're about to find either 5593 Lumic or straight up nobody. They're pretty far in the tree line here. However, Sam H is coming in. Lumic about to get jumped on. Slithering Crush is going to go. Fortune's End as well. Sunstrike on top. Won't get the kill, but still, he will fall in the end. Now 5593, triple vacuum coming in. TP's coming through. It gets canceled. 5593.
Oh my
he has
God.
to surge.
He's
The
like,
jukes
why
are
didn't I
there.
take wall?
The jukes are there. Can they get him? Chakram will hit. He's got another surge in 2. Fortune's End. It's not in time. Whirling Death will get the job done. And TNC, again, after a somewhat slow start, they're doing rather well for them. Raven is pretty low, but he's just going to pop the armlet, rage it up. Now Nando in. Slithering Crush. Tim's have found him. He's at level 6. Nando going to go for the TP. He should be able to make it out. No way to stop it from happening. There's no bashes there from Slaughter.
Man, he just hit level 8 too. He skilled up the wall right before dying. I guess
They're
it doesn't
defending
really
this.
help that much anymore though. With this.
Winter's Curse, but it's Sam H, and the False Promise comes out. Can they heal him in time is the question. That laser did a lot of damage. Comes the Sunstrike. They don't need it. Rior will fall. Nando, rather, will fall. Rior getting the kill. Still that great vacuum wall coming out. They get 2 immediately afterwards. Rior's about to go down. That Fate's Edict will not save him. Great wall of replica coming through. Finally, 5593 getting involved. Yeah, they did lose the Tinker, but still a very good trade for Execration.
Yeah, he actually gained gold despite dying, so he's fine. He went up.
It's
18.
only 18 though, but
All right.
yeah, it's positive. It is positive. You're
He
right.
missed some farm time, but he's not missing out on too much. Looks like he probably just bought it on his soul ring or something. I'm sure.
All right, here we
They
go.
pressure into the tower. 3 points in healing ward now for Gabby.
Yeah, they're going to dive. Sam H, Blade Fury, Fire Blast, Ignite. They drop the Fate's Edict from Rior. They're going to start healing him up with the Purifying Flames in 10. Wants to run in. No Blink Dagger. They're going to go on top of this poor Darkseer, but he gets that great Cold Embrace. Purifying Flames. Not enough just yet. 5-5 is going to try to surge himself out. Won't make it away. He'll be the first to fall. DJ probably the second. And the Courier. The collateral damage is there for TNC to get Execration. They're looking for more. That tower's still alive. He'll bloodlust it up his weak. Heads into the tree line. Tim's chasing. Didn't quite have vision for the moment. Slithering Crush. He hits it blind, mind you. Amp damage will come out. Chakrams. See you later. Raven finds himself a click spree. And just like that, it's another 3-minute swing going the opposite direction. This time, TNC's favor.
Wow, they felt so strong there. On Execration. I think they just thought like, okay, this is it. This is our timing. This is where we're just gonna push in bottom, and there's nothing they can do to initiate because they don't have anything, right? They don't have this blink on the Slardar. What's their initiation? Invoker's not there to cast spells. He's just sunstriking across the map, but something just collapsed there from Execration. Maybe the fact they didn't have the Winter's Curse back up yet from DJ, and maybe that was the biggest mistake there, but they just got absolutely obliterated. They lost a big shift in momentum that they could have had. Like, if they can keep that pressure going and force TNC to play around that giant ball of heroes, even if they don't take the tower, it just opens all the space for Nando.
Oh my, Tims, you need to be careful. Dear God, do not kill yourself on March. Going back to what you were talking about, though, and what we talked about during the draft, which is play that 5-man, and now that Execration has lost a couple of those fights, do you still want to keep doing what they're doing now, pushing into these towers, and at least trying to pressure and get some buildings and objectives? Or do you want to back off and split up and farm? I'm not even sure if you can do that.
You mostly still stay grouped up. Again, Slardar Lifestealer, not the best at hunting down someone like Tinker. It takes a long time. It's difficult. They don't move around the map that fast compared to how fast he can move with the boots of travel. And so Nando's still very happy with the current state of the game. And in order for that to continue, he probably needs his team to do these sort of things. Nice amplify here, though, from Tims. Will help him keep an eye on him.
Yeah, it's always a nifty thing to have. I gotta say, Slardar is just in such a good position, has continued to be in a good position, and will probably always be in a good position. One of those heroes that is never awful, I feel like.
Yeah. Kind of like Ogre, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And I would say Batrider, but this is the patch where he might actually be bad. I'm not even sure if that's true or not.
I'm not sure. I think he's still good. I feel like Liquid's still own with him, but...
Yeah. Sam H going in hard on his own. Gabi looking, he has the Omni Slash, no mana for it. He had 15 charges, 17 in fact, actually. Raven, in the meantime, will take the tier 1 tower down. Damage continues to chase, this time after DJ. Observer Ward giving him vision of the hero that he's chasing down. We might see a fight break out mid, but again, pushing top, or rather pushing top lane out, is the Slardar trying to get to that inevitable Blink Dagger, which he's not far away from.
Raven's getting mad work done.
Yeah, he is.
He's just been sitting in this lane, pushing this tower, hitting creeps.
He's going to have a Desolator after his Echo Saber Armlet is already done. And that was the Blink just finally coming out for... I don't want to say finally. I think it's an okay time for Nando to have that Blink, but... Nando, speaking of which, Sam H was looking for him. He's seeking missiles. Sam H... able to take into that damage and just shrug it off. All right, man.
Well, it finally happened. He blinked right on the Tims.
Tims was waiting for him. Sunstrike coming out. Tims, however, now has to back away. Now they're looking for more, and that is beautifully done.
This was my question. I was going to ask this. Like, what's he? He's been up here for so long on Tims. Like, I love you, dude, but I'm not sure what the play was there. I guess maybe he was just underestimating, or rather overestimating Sunstrike damage.
Didn't it feel like that Sunstrike did no damage? That's kind of what it seemed like. Oh, Omni Slash on Raven. Good false promise. Now it's down, though. Now they're coming in March. He's going right in, and he wants to fight this. Now they're kind of all crowd. Great Winter's Curse. Raven's still alive, but barely. He has no infest. He'll fall. TNC. It's all unraveling. Who has to back away? They won't dive past the tier 2, but that is the perfect situation. Damage coming in. He wants something here. He needs to be careful. Vacuum wall back in. Damage might feed himself away. Will they dive for this? Chakram's going to come. Gabi needs to be careful. He's taking missiles, and guess what? Nando cleans it up. Another big pickup coming out from Execration, and they needed it. That is a huge, huge...
Yeah, the pick onto the Lifestealer. Best possible way to start things off there. And Wonder Wyvern doing work again, man. Great hero.
Oh, it's always so unfortunate when you see that your support got the most gold out of that fight. 633 for Lumic.
The Ogre. Hey, man, that's all right. You'll be very happy if you can get a Force Staff up against a Lifestealer, because that's probably going to save you more than 700 gold if you're a core throughout the game. Can bail you out of these Slardar initiations.
Yeah, he's going to start putting in some work, hopefully, but... Well, Tims is now about to... Well, he's getting followed with his Invis Room from the Ogre Magi, whether or not they want to go on him. Yep, they do. Fire Blast comes out. Heat-seeking missiles are about to go laser, and he's just going to die, I think, to the ice, so... Big kill. Again, another big kill. Oh, and that puts him further away from his Blink, Trent. Oh, no.
He was close, too.
Bottom lane, Riora about to get jumped. No, they didn't have the vision. Jit couldn't see him into the tree line. Now done for the Tinker. Aghanim Scepter done for the Invoker. Some big items coming out, my friend.
Oh, that is huge, actually. And how close is he to 15? He's getting there. So
He really is.
I guess you're kind of forced to take the 30 experience in this situation. Anyway, I was thinking he might just go for the X-Sword, but this is like max damage. He has gone for, as you expect, just 2 points in the quads. He's fully built up now. And let's see if I can hold this tier 1.
Oh, this is where it gets so difficult.
Look at Raven just showing,
TNC.
though. Like, they have no fear because they see Raven. They know he's not in some sort of an infest. There's no weird initiation. I mean, again, there's no blink, but at least they could perhaps have the threat in there. But Raven's just sitting there, so they have absolutely nothing to fear.
This Tinker pick is turning out pretty well for Execration, I think. And that one fight especially helped him a lot. Winter's Curse, they want to keep him in place. Centaur Conqueror coming in, but great Tornado to counter-initiate. They have the False Promise if they need it. The Rage is gone. Gabi's a little deep right now. Keep him alive. They have the Cold Embrace if they need it. Sunstrike. Gabi won't walk into it. Sam H pretty low. Cold Embrace instead will be on the Darts here at this point. Slithering Crush comes through. Speaker Blast doing some nice work. Fire Blast, it'll be on to Raven. Meanwhile, the Oracle will fall first. For one exchange so far. Meatball coming in. A little too much of a dive coming in from Execration. DJ now has to back away. He might get caught if he's not careful. He could be useful here. Nando's in the... Might try to turn this. Well, Nando's just going to stay.
Regen for Cuckoo. This could be nice for some follow-up.
Yeah.
He's not going to go hunting.
He just wants to finish up his gravel, I think. But, I mean, that felt like a dive, kind of. You know, I think the Tornado really... Once that Tornado came out, they just needed back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'd seen the Aghanims. I'm guessing. I'm sure Cuckoo was probably envisioned at some point throughout that. But
oh, Tim's?
It's like a whole different game.
Oh, my God. He's lucky to be alive. The TP, the Force Lumic slide into kill. Whew.
That Force staff, man, doing work.
Yeah, dude. All right. So, I feel like now this is where the game, again, slows down a little bit. After these last couple of fights, Execration knew that they had brought it back. After that last sort of awkward engagement, they might want to think twice about their next objective.
Yeah, basically, when we had this, it was a pretty decent lead. It was like 6,000 gold, but you look at like what heroes it was, and part of that big 6k lead was Invoker, and he was a large chunk of it, and all he does throughout that whole big time where they had this like 5-6k lead is throw Sunstrikes, right? It doesn't change the impact during the team fight, so that's why they still looked really strong from Execration. It's not that surprising they were winning these fights, but now with the Aghanim Scepter there, that investment has been realized, and Cuckoo will be a part of the engagement, so this is where Execration can't get ahead of themselves again.
Force, Omni Slash, good Tornado, still does not save the life of the Slardar. The MP comes out, Lumic needs to be careful. Cuckoo gets the Deafening Blast of Force, and they're throwing a lot at Lumic, and the Cold Embrace comes through, the Chakram's there, the Whirling Death, Vacuum Wall coming in, the Blade Fury on top. Is it enough to bring anybody down? It looks like the answer to that question is no. Now the Winter's Curse, they'll get at least Reor, but Sam H is still on the hunt. Meanwhile, the Tinker, I think, died elsewhere. Number chain coming through, surge away from 5593. Tinker did in fact die bottom. Probably to a, I don't know, Lifestealer. DJ trying to TP out. He'll make it. Not enough damage.
I think Sam H ended up getting the kill, but I'm going to guess it was probably with some assistance from them as this was all going on.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a great pick.
I mean, if the Tinker's at that fight, then it goes directly different for Execration. However, they probably don't fight there for TNC if Tinker is in fact.
This is kind of interesting. He had the Nando had the Dagon queued up. He was looking at Dagon 5 rather than the Aghanim Scepter, and I was actually agreeing when I looked at it because the laser blind isn't going to do anything. Lifesteal is just going to rage, and then it's an Invoker and a Timbersaw. So like those cores don't care about blind. It's not a big deal at all. So I thought it actually made quite a bit of sense, but at the same time, when you go like for the rockets, first off, those get improved as well, of course, and then just the general like D push in case they actually wind up in trouble. It looks like he is going to end up still going back for it. As you can see, he's switched over now, and he has, I believe, purchased the point booster too. So
yep,
he's committed into it. But you can understand in a game like this why he wasn't necessarily guaranteed going into it, considering how standard the item is.
I don't think it's like the worst decision in the world, considering what it offers you, which is exactly what you were talking about. But I wouldn't mind seeing a Dagon either, to say the least. Anyway,
CD Rune Bloodlust, pretty good for Jug, it turns out.
Sunstrike will come, but how low is this Roro show? It's already dead. They really can't get in a position time to contest this.
No, they got ward by the shrine too, so no fears.
Big pickup for Execration. Blink Dagger now done for the Invoker. Another item comes out. It's the Diffuse Blade. That will be on Gabi. Very big items coming through. I don't know if we talked about the Bloodstone for Sam H. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
too. So.
Yeah.
Has he finished the pipe yet? Oh, he went for his bots first. Okay.
All right, man. You have Aegis. You don't have to push now. I mean, you've got plenty of time. There's still all tier 2 towers, left in the game. So it's not like high ground is something you're considering at this point. Meanwhile, Tim's in this bottom lane looking for a pickoff, but everybody has rotated mid. Sunstrike might hit Lumic. Ooh, he walks out of it, just sidesteps it casually. Nando's here. Creep wave coming in mid. Cuckoo dropping the meatball will clear out the creep wave pretty quickly. They want this tier 2 tower, but it's going to be tough to take. However, they have the cover of March of the Machines, one of the most annoying things to walk into if you are on TNC. And, the next creep wave is going to get there, but...
Oh, they tried to bait bottom for so long, too, and now they're finally just coming back. Like, Sam H was just punching the tower forever, and they had this Life Stealer Slider just sitting there, and they leave, and now Nando comes down, because he knows. He's like, alright, well, it's
so
unlikely they're baiting for this long. Oh, he's not going to save it.
Yeah, it's going to fall. That is rough, but I think Execration might get 2 tier 2 towers if they're not careful.
And this is really bad, because now they've smoked up and they're heading bottom. Nano is not going to get caught. Oh, this is bad.
There's no... And they're not going to transition this into a push. At least I'd be surprised if they did. So top tier 2 tower, mid tier 2 tower open for business, I suppose. Nando getting chased down, but he blinks away. Time somehow. Or tier 2 tower getting wrecked still. Wave's not quite there.
Oh, it might have worked. Oh, no, they pop out.
Oh,
no.
It
was so close.
They went too early, but they are going for the tier 3 push, as I previously... said otherwise. Laser's going to come through. The heat-seeking missile's doing a lot of damage. They're going to go again. They'll take down Reorg. Can they get anybody else? Raven walks through the wall, getting caught. Load up as well. They want this kill. Infest inside Tim's. Can they find him? Surge through. They have no Arctic Burn. He actually just used it. He does have the curse. Can he get it off in time? He see him now, but he's not in range.
Oh,
yes, he is. Yes, he is in range. Can they get any follow-up here? Blink into the trees. It's just they couldn't do anything with it. There was nobody around. Now Tim's looking to come back in. Bit of a bait themselves. They miss the tornado still. DJ gets blown away. Alacrity, the Desolator on the lifesteal, the amp damage. And now Lumic is going to be next as Cuckoo finds himself a dominating spree. And all of a sudden, TNC are doing a great job of getting back into it. Nando needs to make sure he gets out. Will TP home. Some nice damage.
There must be some kind of miscommunication there.
I would say so.
As like, if the Ogre chases and gets Ignite on there, they should be okay. Instead, Tim's gets the free blink out, but at the same time, it also would have been pretty risky with the Lifestealer still inside. But in the end, not the worst. They defend the bottom. Baker's getting rich and rich. He's taking over that net worth and going to continue to keep moving that direction. But they do have a nice Tricore on the side of the Dire. I mean, there's a nice 3K gap between Sam H and 5593 here.
You're absolutely right. That's the one thing. The Darkseer... Yeah, he's a little poor. Helm of the Dom and Guardian Greaves. No, Greaves is a nice item, but compare that to that of Sam H. What he has. Bloodstone, Pipe, Travel. It's not even really that much more, I feel like, but it says so in the net worth. Regardless, 50 and a 26 minutes into the game. Going to be a Lincoln Sphere coming up for the Invoker rather soon. Tornado, it's going to go up onto Nando. Cold Snap. I don't know if he can get the skill solo. He just wants to try and stop it from mid or something along those lines. Meanwhile, Reorg gets Manta'd, and the False Promise barely gets off in time. I'm still not sure he can survive this. The Blade Fury is up. The Arctic Burn is there. And he's done so. Good attempt.
And they'll finally finish what they started 5 minutes ago on this tier 2.
Yeah, it should fall. MH getting caught. Diffusal Blade is there. Timber Chain is out still. The Omni Slash is up. The pipe will be there, but not in time, nor will it matter. The Omni Slash doing most of the damage. It's on the ground. DJ going to lose some of his mana. 5593 is coming. Sunstrike. DJ. Cold Embrace actually keeps him alive. Now Tim's up vacuum back in. That is all of a sudden doing some serious work for Gabi. Cuckoo's going to blink away. Head towards the north. DJ. Gonna curse him. Do they have the detection? They will. Fire Blast coming out. They pop the Manta style. They drop the wall. Cuckoo will fall, and now Raven is fighting pretty much 1v5 or 1v4 rather. Meanwhile, Nando did again die elsewhere. It looks like he died in this. I don't know what happened there. I didn't get to see it, but Aegis is gone by the way.
He got blown up by the Slider Life there. He literally just evaporated in like half a second, which is understandable.
Oh, Rior. Good Fate's Edict. Raven coming in, trying to fight on the Gabi. He has to TP home. He went too far in. They didn't have the buyback on the Invoker, but that dive. So it's very difficult to try to take that tower. And say hold for now.
Yeah, they have no Aegis, and they have a Timbersaw anyways, so I'm sure Sam H would have been able to hold them back thanks to the Bloodstone charges. But again, still a good pickup here for the Radiant side. And you can see that fight just working a lot better. Good Winner's Curse there from DJ. Great follow-up from the Ogre. I mean, you look at it, and I'm sure there's people out there who are like, why is he like fire blasting this guy while he's still completely invincible, right? Because the thing, but it's just to make sure he can't blink. Then the second he came out, the multicast made sure he had no blink instantly available. It's nicely done by Lumic.
Ooh, the Blink Dagger now finally done for the Darkseer. He needs this.
And he's been getting some sick walls for not having blink, by the way.
5-5-9-3. He has. I will agree with you 100%. I mean, it's as best as he could do given the situation and the circumstance.
Ooh, this is nice.
Tims will pick up an Invis rune, and he also has Gabi on.
All right, 1740 HP.
Oh, only one man crush. I think he wanted to.
Oh,
Meanwhile, DJ cold embrace. That 4-step. He still might die to the Sunstrike. He's still fine. The Chakram will finally bring him down, but it's a moment too long as Tims will fall next to Nando. Sam H might be getting chased down. Raven will also run away. Sure, he could get out. Blazer coming through from Nando again. Diffusal Blade from Gabi. Use the chase. Here comes Raven. They're going to turn this. The Omni Slash will go, but they do get Nando in the end. Raven now might be able to get out. They drop the wall. And Raven solo. Gabi gets the kill. Sam H is going to be next. He's got mana, but he's still getting Blade Furied up. Good Tornado. Almost covers the retreat, but doesn't quite hit. And they're out of mana now. They have to run. Cannot continue to chase this Timbersaw. And another interesting engagement that I think does go the way of Execration. It does, in fact.
Yeah, maybe Nando a little bit greedy in his build because he hasn't made way for a Yules or a Ghost Scepter yet. I mean, it's understandable. They both have their downsides in this sort of a game, but still worthy for him to die in this situation. Cuckoo going to get jumped on by Gabi again. He can just escape at any moment, though, so it's not really a big concern. Go swap back up to 2. Man, that 4-staff from Lumic, holy shit, that was actually crazy. You got that Winter Wyvern right out of there, and that forced what? Chakram, Timber Chain, and Sunstrike all thrown on a Winter Wyvern that should have been dead.
And after that had happened, Tims just died because he was kind of left alone while the rest of his team was dealing with that Winter Wyvern for longer than they should have been dealing with.
Yeah.
Tims goes down, everybody has to leave, and that 4-staff was indeed godlike. I would agree.
It was like
completely.
instantaneous too. It was like
he was ready for it, man. Must have been. He saw what was going on. Anywho. 2.5 minutes now till Roche respawns, so pretty long respawn duration. Feels like a pretty long game. I mean, it's only 30 minutes in, but it feels much longer, and it feels like it could go even longer here, Trent.
Yeah, we kind of reached that point there. Once the Invoker had the Agnum Scepter and the bots, and then there's just a Tinker, but they're both these kind of like fighting forces doing the same thing across the map, split pushing and whatnot. And Nando, he'll run to Sam H up top, but at this point in the game, Sam H, no concern for a solo kill onto this Tinker. And he's still opting for that Scythe. He wants that initiation. And if they can manage to land that on top of Raven, I would say they do the chain stuns to bring him down.
He's not far off. Relatively close.
Question is, does he save buyback, though?
I would imagine. I don't think they're in any... They only have, what, 2-tier 2s? I guess it's enough, but... I'm not sure, man. This is an interesting game for it. Sunstrike trying to check Roshan, not up, so that won't be there. D-Ward from DJ. Anybody have a gem this game? I don't think so. No gems out. What other items are we checking out here currently? We have Raven picking up what seems to be... is it an Assault Cuirass? It is. Scotty for...
Scotty?
Yeah, Scotty for Gabi. I'm tired, dude. Leave me alone. Please don't bully me.
I don't know about Scotty. It's interesting. I mean, I'm sure. I know it's fine and stuff. It's just so not going for Mjolnir, doesn't want that magic damage canceled out by the Life Stealer. However, it is very handy for actually bringing down Sam H. Does increase your split push, but he's just going for a little bit more tank ability.
What would you think about an Abyssal too? I feel like that's not a bad idea against some of these more mobile heroes or the Life Stealer with Rage.
Yeah, that'll or even as he has keyed up now, the butterfly too would have been something else. But this would be like this. Scotty allows you to go into your next item can be very open. It can be abyssal or it can be butterfly, and it syncs up nicely with both. So I like the Scotty in this case, and of course just the non-stop kiting of the lifestealer, very important.
Yeah, he doesn't have to use all of his diffusal charges to slow a hero down. I mean, it will help, but down bottom, blinking away, Cuckoo ghost walked. I'll be a little close, but yeah, the ghost walk footsteps aren't there. Oh, DJ, maybe you're in trouble. No, it looks like I don't know if they're gonna go for this fight they have. Oh, Tim's misses the slithering crush. He goes in with the life stealer bomb, the next bomb. Again, that cold embrace is there for DJ. The definitely blast will come out. I think they're just gonna leave him to die. Maybe not. They're gonna try to fight this Omni-slash. Cuckoo in trouble. Laser comes through. See you later. Back wall, no, just the wall. And Rior might die here to it. He had the false promise up. He did actually, just didn't want to use it there. Probably know he was going to die regardless. So 2 quick kills turn this around. And Execration now on the doorstep. The creep wave is right close to this tier 3 tower. They can, like you said, either take Roche or push into
the site! Tower. He was trying to TP back with a lifestealer inside.
Wow, that's huge. It's a walk. Now Timbersaw is rather quick, but it's not going to be quick enough to at least defend this tier 3 tower. He might be able to get back in time for the racks. Tier 3, meanwhile, the dive coming in. Gabi wants Tims. They're going a little too far. They should take the tier 3 back now, but they're not even going to get that at this point. The Hex comes out. They want Sam H. Meanwhile, Raven going to work, force away into Nando. He's getting chased down, but they're trying to kite the best they can. Cuckoo's back up and ready to go. Will go on to Lumic, and they will grab 1 kill, looks like, out of the Darkseer. Meanwhile, Gabi's going to be able to get away. Lumic might not be so lucky. Darkseer will finally fall back over to poor Lumic, Ogre Magai. That's going to be that.
All right, so they do hold. A little bit of a dive again there from Gabi this time, trying to pick up that slider. I think that was a valuable kill, but they got way too greedy going for buildings instead of just going in for the Roche. At least, I mean, easy to say from our view, but
it would be fine if they got the tier 3 tower, but he wanted Timsy pushed him back and dove for it. Now it's a 3 versus 5 if they try to defend this Roche. And I don't see that happening. They're just going to spam rockets and lasers.
Nando needs to be careful.
Gabi does get a kill on Rior on the backside, but
DJ,
curse,
early.
Cuckoo, can they get this kill on the Raven? The laser will come through. Raven now raging up.
He did it.
They get the Aegis. He got it. And they get the Aegis, and they get the kill for Gabi. For more now. Gabi still, he's about to lose this Aegis. Omni-slash will go, and it goes to the creeps. Blink away, can't get it in time. He's got Blink when he comes up now. Can he make it away? DJ, no Winter Curse, he just used it. Blink's out, coming through. Nando, though, Blink's in, and now he's in trouble. Getting hit up by Raven. The cold snap was there. And now this might have cost him too much. Gabi has to blame fear away. Force out from Lumic. Sam H, he's got the life stealer inside of him ready to go. Tornado will come through. It looks like, again, they will only catch the Ogre here. Shiva's guard, Timbertain dead. See you later. 3 down. Now Gabi going for Yor again. False promise will go. Fate's Edict is. There is a lot of damage coming out from this. Gabi, I think, will more than likely get this pickup here. The Blade Fury. Now can he get out in time? Cuckoo's TP into the lane. Blink out from Gabi. Manta Style will go as well. This is just going everywhere. They're fighting all over the map. Gabi's still running. No Blink for 5. Chakram doesn't hit. He's got the Fusel Blade if he needs it. Another Timber Chain. The Tornado finally hit him as the Blink Dagger comes up. Blade Fury is out. They're going to on him. They have Slithering Curse with no mana for it. Sunstrike not hit. He's somehow still alive, but there's Raven finally blinking in, raging and taking down Gabi. He does have buyback, but that fight was just fucking insane, Trent.
I don't even know what's happening this game anymore.
I don't either, so don't worry,
There was a Tinker dead for 70 seconds. Surely they couldn't have known that he didn't have buyback, but had they known, I'm sure they would have loved to at least gotten a tier 3. Just the D push, relatively weak once Wyvern and Tinker were gone, but there were some weird moments in those fights. It was even too long to go over, honestly.
Uh-oh, Nando about to get caught, blown away by Raven, no buyback. Now it'll be a 4 versus 5, or at least when the Jug buys back, which he inevitably should. Fire Blast, Sam H, she's got 14 Bloodstone charge. 14 Bloodstone charges. Now 5-5 looking for a vacuum. Will find it. No wall to follow up. Tim's great counter initiation. Lumic will find the Fire Blast. Speaking of counter initiation.
Let him go, guys. Let him go.
Yeah, they're going to let him go as he tries to TP home. Good Winter's Curse to make sure they get this kill, but that's a big ult expended for it. Rior, not enough damage from Gabi. Even with that one hit, he takes most of his life away, but won't grab the kill. So they do hold, but they have to force a buyback out of it from that jug, and slowly starting to see TNC take control back into this game, Trent.
They did not get punished at all for how bad this past 5 minutes has gone. It's actually brutal. Like, execration, that is. Like, they lost the tier 3, and that was it. Considering Nando just died 3 times, I think he was alive for, like, 15 seconds total over his last 3 lives. And
yeah,
I can't believe how little they got.
They have taken care of this tanker in many ways. Nando has not had the biggest impact.
He's starting to move in towards an E-Blade. He definitely needs that Ghost Scepter at this point. Even with the Invoker, the Lifestealer is too much. He just keeps getting on top of him, and he has no way to get rid of it with the help of, like, Oracle or something here.
All right, so 5,000 net worth advantage again for TNC. I have to admire Gabi's balls to go for that reorg kill, but I mean, what does it do for him? He almost got out. He was numerous moments where his blink dagger was up, but he just hit by like something at the last second before he could use it. So, I think you have to hope when Gabi made that blink after the Aegis was gone. I think you have to hope that he could just make that play and Nando doesn't come in. That was some miscommunication or something. That shouldn't have happened. I don't think. Probably could have gotten back there without losing Nando. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I don't know. That fight was weird. I think they just assumed there was no way that, because like there was a Timber Saw, so there should have been like a shock from over top, so he couldn't blink. Because I guess they couldn't really tell his Blade Fairy was still getting a cooldown, but it was for like a second or something. But anyway, it doesn't matter at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
They wound up with a tier 3. They haven't
look at what they're doing here
yet, but they're available.
They're going in. Take the tier 3 tower. Gabi immediately Blade Furies. MH, Shiva Guard will go. Cuckoo looking for the Tornado, not connecting the EMP to push them back. Fire Blast will go. Now the Hex is up. Sam H, the Omni Slash is up, and he'll fall. Big kill. Tim's on the backside. He's got the life stealers out of him. They're going to lose Tim. Now Raven's on the run. The Scotty slowing him down, TPing it from Nando. They have the Hex up ready to go when they need it. Good blink juke, but the Winter's Curse is there. He has blink in 8 seconds. Rior's going to come in. They want to kill the backlines first. Rior will survive barely with a Glimmer Cape, but the might bring him down. No, it's the vacuum that will do the job. And they immediately have to buy back on Raven. This is crazy. All of a sudden, Execration are pushing it. They get the courier for free as well. And add a little bonus. Now Cuckoo is going to try to do his best against Gabi to push this back. But all of a sudden, there's 3 heroes dead for at least 20 seconds. About 30 for the Slardar. This should be Rax, I think. The Glyph is already gone. Gabi's Blade Fury now on cooldown. Bloodlust is up. Tornado will come through. The Rax still yet to fall. Good deny from Cuckoo, knowing it's inevitable. I mean, at some points, you just got to deny your Rax. Now the Hex is up. It'll be up onto the Lifestealer. But with a full set of Rax down and heroes respawning in about 10 seconds, time to back for Execration with mission accomplished.
Sam H is crazy,
Sam
dude.
H, what is he doing? He's really far in. This might work beautifully, or this is just going to be disastrous. And so far, they're not able to kill him. Raven coming back and open with his up. Lotus Orb is there. Walls on the ground. No vacuum to pull up. DJ, Glimmer Cape, good cold embrace. Still getting chased down. That Fortune's end off, and he will fall.
Meanwhile,
inevitably.
Invoker, Cuckoo's still chasing.
Yeah, BKB's going to go. Gabi slowed up by the ice wall, but it's not enough. Raven does get the kill on Lumic. One of them has a buyback. The other is very, very low death time, so should be fine if they don't get caught out again.
Oh, minus 35-second respawn. What a hero.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty great.
That is pretty nuts.
All right, so still Nando doesn't have his Ghost Scepter quite yet, and that fight still went pretty well. Has to pop himself. Tinker's actually so good this patch with how disgustingly good Helm the Dominator is too, because like someone on your team is always gonna have it. In this game, it's 5-5-9-3. He went for that nice little Darkseer build we've seen plenty of people opt for lately.
Just TP it to like crazy.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. You can just always be in every fight. You don't need Chens anymore. You don't need bots too. It's pretty great, but they can also clean up, of course. TNC, they took that tier 3 on the last push, so they will grab the most important shrine, and they keep their own next to Roche. And Sam H, like I say, he's crazy, but you can just do this because of this Invoker, and the fact that you have this ridiculous minus 18-second tornado cooldown, which I've completely converted to. Like, once I saw that, I was like, all right, this seems way better than AoE Deafening Blast. And
I remember we were talking about it the other day, and you were like, oh, well, AoE Deafening Blast is pretty good. But now you were like saying, I think, like, the more I look at this, the more I'm really getting into Tornado. And
dude, it's so gross. If you get Octarine Core, it's a 9-second cooldown.
That's For that ability, it is insane.
Tornado's definitely his best spell.
Like you can cycle through like only a few spells before that thing is back up.
Yeah.
By the way, the tornado goes out and it takes like 3 seconds to actually dissipate in the first place. So a lot of the time, the tornado.
Yeah, it basically has a
insane.
6-second downtime where.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're like OP Brewmaster Wind Panda, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, and it has much bigger range. So, 42 minutes in, by the way, Execration has really never had the lead other than about 1,000 gold lead at any point in time. It's always been TNC. The peaks, and really there's only valleys here. Peaks, they're trying to get above sea level, I suppose you could say, for Execration. You get the graph.
They smoke in here, and they find an illusion.
Did they? Okay, I was going to say, I thought I heard. Yep, it's just an illusion. Shrine time, though, as they've taken down a full set of racks, and more importantly, the 3, which leaves these shrines open and vulnerable. Biggest one going to be taken down over towards this Roche pit. Do they get more map control? Immediately into a seat gank. Sam H is going to come through. Diffusal Blade comes out. Gabi gets the first hit bash.
He has no buyback.
Comes in. Rior now helping him out. They have the false promise, not using it yet. The Fate's Edict. They don't want this false promise coming from Rior. He won't get it off in time. But a great stun into the Slytherin Crush coming out. Raven's out with a Life Stealer. Going to work. The Tornado coming through onto 2. Can they do any more damage here? Raven coming back in. Now the Jug going on to poor Invoker, who will fall almost instantly. Gabi. He wants Raven.
Raven has no buyback.
Sam H as well. Raven now going toe-to-toe. Gabi is just a man trying to fight. Abyssal Blade back up at 10. Raven open wounds. He's got the rage if he needs it.
No one has buyback.
Second Tex is up there, and he'll fall. Gabi gets the double kill. Timber Chain and Slytherin Crush coming as well. And it looks like this might be it. Nando.
Every death is permanent.
Jiva's guard. All right, Sam H keeping things going their way. It's not over yet. Keep track of Gabi. Tornado coming out. Do they have Cold Snap? No. Chakram, Manta Style used. Sunstrike, how much to a fair bit, but not nearly enough. Lotus Orb is up. Great juke to the low ground from Gabi. The Abyssal Blade comes out as well. Tim's looking for the switch. First hit bash, they'll find it. Winter's Curse comes out. They are going to lose a hero.
Close to saving him.
Now they're going to have 5593 coming back in. Chief Guard is there. He has Guardian Greaves in one if need be. Cuckoo backing away. Oh, God, it's so hard to keep track of these fights, and some huge heroes are dead with no buyback at this point.
That was actually like a millisecond away from saving with that Winter's Curse. I actually feel legitimately bad for DJ right there, because he was so close to saving Gabi, and he's about to blink, and he came with the Winter's Curse and the Shiva's Guard, I think is what it was from Sam H that eventually picked him off, but he'll tick up slightly before his buyback, it looks like, on the Juggernaut, and as you can see by the map position, it's not going to be too much of a concern, because they also lost that Life Stealer. Buybacks used in that engagement. We had the Tinker and the Invoker buying back at almost the same time, for good reasons, of course, with them just being able to get right back into the fight. That is the second buyback on Cuckoo now after that last fight. It was like his buyback had like just come back, basically, so understandable that his progression is stalled pretty heavily. There was also an Abyssal onto the Lincoln Sphere of the Invoker during that fight. I was surprised it went so well.
Wow.
But basically, he just Abyssalled and then into the Omni, which I guess he got one more Omni hit without the Lincolns there, but did not matter too much as they brought him down. So,
all right, Trent.
Oh, it's crazy.
We've hit a lull, and TNC continues to try to regain that lead after that last fight. Roche, it's coming
Rior
soon.
has
Rior,
no right knowing about this.
Yeah, Rior, good Glimmer Cape, actually keeps him alive. Now here comes the Tornado EMP combo. Samage coming in, looking for 5-5. He gets forced out. They're still chasing. Samage gets up to the high ground. Shiva's Guard will go again. They're looking for DJ still. Ball drop down. Can they get anybody from Execration? DJ has the Glimmer Cape, gets up to the high ground, Sentry used, not in time, he can still get out, Cold Embrace will go. They don't go for him, instead they back up, they might want to set themselves and get in a good fighting position for Roche. Being into the mid lane was Nando, but knowing that if he makes that TP, he's probably going to die.
Oh, look at this smoke too, from Execration.
Crazy Execration going for it right now, buyback status, there's very little, it's the Timber Saw and the Lifestealer. Meanwhile, Jug is 300 gold away from his. If he gets involved in a kill here, they're going to jump in. Abyssal Blade. See you later, Rior. Now they want the courier. They can't find it. Rior is dead for 32 seconds. Again, that minus respawn time coming into a pretty big play here. Sunstrike will come. Can they take this? It is 4 versus 5 if TNC want to try to defend.
They're investing into Tim's. They want this.
Yeah, Cuckoo's TP'd in now. Tornado will come through. Everybody out of the pit other than the Jug gets thrown into the air. Damage walking in. Damage is alone. Blade Fury, they get the Fire Blast off as well. And Sam H might be in trouble. Blakeland, so they're in crush. They bring down DJ, but Sam H is so low. He'll deny himself. He's got buyback. Everybody buying back. Now Raven getting chunked down. The Hex is there. The perma lockdown. Can they get it? He'll fall. Dead for 99. He's got buyback. Will he use it is the question. Try to get out. And it looks like Execration will get right back into the pit.
Oh, Tim's.
MC wants to go in again, man. Fire Blast. The Hex is there. Nando now all over the place. Making amends for earlier. Another laser and an auto attack will do the job, but Lumen can't get it. Finally, just at the tail end of that cold snap, he will. Sam H coming back in. Timber Chain. Gabi ready to go. Sam H wants to fight the falling back.
Oh, God, Raven's so slow.
Sam H is alone here. He needs help, and he doesn't have any right now. Abyssal Blade. He's in trouble. False Promise comes through, but is it enough? Timber Chain out, Raven. It looks like they're just barely holding on to this fight. Sunstrike Lumic is so tanky. Laser blows away poor Riora again. Might be next. Looking like the last legs for TNC. They have to have a miracle fight here somehow, and the Warder's Curse will not help them. Sam H getting caught with it. Not dead yet. The laser's coming through. Vacuum coming in. No wall. Timber Chain not connecting this time again for Sam H. Raven continues to be kited in every way, shape, and form. The EMP will finally get dropped. Can they get something going here? They're trying to get something going, but again, that cold embrace just making so much space, kiting so much on Execration side. Another Shiva's guard. And they even have the Glimmer Cape, but there's no detection. Everything is going poorly for TNC. They can't find a single hero to lock down for more than half a second. Bash. And now the Bash is going to come in onto Cuckoo. He has to Ghost Walk. This time, lack of detection is going to help out Execration, or excuse me, TNC after what is one heck of a fight. And in all honesty, Trent, I don't know if we've really decided anything with that
I
fight
can't believe Roche is still alive right now.
Right?
He's the real winner, honestly. He's just like, oh, live to fight another day here, guys. And that is an Octarine Core now onto Cuckoo. The fabled 9-second tornado will be coming into play here. Already doing so much work during these fights, and the pain I see every time Gabi jumps on and he doesn't have any charges. It just hurts him because he can't Abyssal this Invoker. And Invoker knows that.
I think this is where they get Roshan. It's low already. They need somebody to get in there quickly. Instead, they go for a two-man stun, and it's beautiful. DJ, it's great that he goes down. Did they? The Aegis, it's a snatch as Gabi gets it, but the Roche will go to TNC. Not that big of a deal. Omni Slash going. They leave Raven to dry. False Promise will go, but he's in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, they're all in the wall. Lumic and Gabi going toe-to-toe with Raven. Blast will come through Raven. He is going to pop. He doesn't have buyback. He's down now. And I don't know if they can kill Gabi anymore. Another Hex coming onto Sam H. As Nando is there, the tornado will finally come through. The Abyssal was used. Cuckoo is looking for somebody. He might find Nando. Gabi and Nando so freaking low. The Aegis is finally gone. Can they do it again is the question. The Sunstrike, oh, the blink is there. The Chakram wasn't. Not in time anyway. Timberton, another Bash coming in. Gabi looking for anything. Cuckoo coming through. Another Invoke. Cold Snap is up right now, ready to go. Gabi getting the Bash, but coming in. Lumic, Fire Blast, Stephanie Blast, Cheese used. Gabi is immortal, it feels like at this point. Cuckoo on the run. He's got Tornado back up, ready to go again. Lotus Orb is there. 5-5 is ready. Guardian Greaves not there. Or, yes, they are. He will in at the end of that fight. Hard to keep track of this stuff sometimes, and Cuckoo will just have to ghost walk away. They made some significant time for that Nake's spawn, but I'm not sure if it is enough, Trent.
I mean, look at Cuckoo immediately bottom, pushing as fast as he can. This Octarine Core is affecting these bots as well, man. Only 20 more seconds. He just got down here, and Timber's there to push out mid. So, again, killing the Aegis. Roche, even the goal going to TNC's way. Just delay, man. I think they can keep holding, certainly until Raven's back.
Yeah, Raven is back in 45 seconds, and there's only 3 heroes top. Right now, there will be a 4th momentarily. As you can see, 5-5 is walking up there. Nando up in 18. High ground defense-wise, you have a Timbersaw.
Cuckoo, I don't know if Ancients are the play right now, bud. I need you
need to get back.
Tornadoes.
We need you there, buddy. We need your tornado. Now up for Sam H, by the way.
He's just killing Ancients.
They hex up Gabi. Lotus Orb comes out immediately, gets it off. Chakram coming through. Gabi now getting jumped on by Sam H. They want to keep this tier 3 tower alive. Cuckoo should have another tornado ready to go. More Chakram's coming out. They want this tier 3. 8 seconds for Raven. They have the glyph still. Tim's comes in. Salute Crush only onto 1 though. Abyssal coming out. Good use of the false promise. Is it going to be enough is the question. Sam H now. He gets hexed up and he's done for 78. And that might be enough. Rior getting chased down. Double kill for Gabi.
And he's actually alive for a fight too.
They might be able to get this done. They might be able to take this game after pretty much not having a lead the entire time through. Execration is moments away, at least from getting 2 sets of racks. Whether they go for the third, they can't. The tier 2 is still down there in the bottom lane. Maybe go for tier 4s or fight another day for TNC. Gabi, he's making the decision. Look at where he's going. Cuckoo's in. Remember, Gabi does not have a Aegis or Cheese. Who's ready to fight? Blank, Slithering Crush coming in. There's going to be the Tornado. Tim's has the Lifestealer still inside. They're chasing him down. Back to back in. Deafening Blast comes through. They want to go, and Raven wants Nando. Good force away. Rearm's going to come in. Then Awareness Curse saves him in time. DJ there with another huge play. Sunstrike ready to go. Raven about to fall. And if he dies here, this is going to be game, it looks like. He's so low, the missiles should do the job. He will end up going down for 98 seconds. Buyback from the Slaughter, but Cuckoo, Rior, and the Slaughter, I'm not sure they could do it all on their own here. Oh, that going to be it? Is the question. It feels like it's gone so much longer than it needs.
They're just pinging the shrine now. They're actually going for it.
All right, let's do this the right way. You got to hand it to TNC. They have played a heck of a game. I know it's not over yet, but getting close to that point now. Nando going, or rather getting got by Cuckoo, and he's going to get solo killed. It looks like huge kill. Does have buyback, so no real worries. I think that might be the start of something for TNC.
And Cuckoo's actually playing out of his mind this game. He's playing a great Invoker. And the only reason this game is still going, by the way, has to come down to Tim's and Raven killing DJ every single fight. There were like 6 fights in a row. They just killed DJ right off the bat. They always jump him. And it's their only choice. Like, they have to focus him down every time, or Raven's just going to get Winner's Cursed at the most opportune times, as we just saw in that last engagement. You know, DJ doesn't die. Perfectly timed Winner's Curse.
I mean, they are... With that Blinking Slither Curse, they're usually getting 1 or 2 kills with it. The problem is, like, Execration have to kite, Raven, TNC have to kite, Gabi, I feel like. And Cuckoo is just kind of the guy that's flying over the place, and Nando's kind of the same way. It is some nuts engagements happening. Crazy stuff. Been one of the best games of Dota we've seen in a while.
It's true.
I mean,
yeah,
it's
is
really
highlight
good.
matches of the patch, honestly.
It's not just, you know, really good play. There's a lot of action happening. It's just it's got everything. High play, crazy back and forth team fights, and TNC they look to be going down mid. Nando dead for 16 seconds. What can they get done with this? The alacrity is up for Cuckoo. Gabi's ready to jump in, and he will. He wants Cuckoo, but the tornado comes out immediately. Sam H now trying to be the bodyguard of the rest of TNC. Guess who's inside the Slaughter? Of course, going to be Raven once again, but TNC do not want to press their luck. They're going to back up. It is right now, no Rax is gone for the Radiant team. 2 Rax is gone for the Dire. If they even get 1 more Rax, Trent, or get a Rax, make sure TNC can pick up a Rax for themselves, it would be a huge help to their potential comeback.
Yeah, these racks are certainly making it a lot easier for Execration, but it's still, again, it's just not over, honestly. Like, we're at that point in the game where everyone's starting to hit level 25. We're getting these crazy talents. They're going to start to come out. Our Slidar's nearing there. He'll be like the next one. By the way, that 1 second rage duration actually does a ton of work this game.
Yeah.
Up against this Tinker, just make sure, like, no blinds, no rockets, everything along those lines. And Sam H as well. The whirling attribute reduction there. Pretty handy too. But Cuckoo, he's stalking. He's looking for things down here.
Speaking of stalking, a Smoke of Deceit will do just that for TNC as they move towards Execration. They're going to do the good old wraparound. The Sentry will see Cuckoo, though. They know the jig is up now. TNC need to be careful. Tornado's going to come through. He'll initiate first. Good Shiva's Guard stopping that blink in from Tim's. He's hot in the wall now. Gabi looking for the fight, and it looks like Tim's will fall first here. Amp damage is going to go out. The usage of that Omni Slash might bring Raven down, but they do get off the false promise. It's a 1 trade so far as Nando will fall again. Raven TP's out. Somehow he makes it away. I can't even believe that. Nando will buy back. Rior won't be so lucky to stay alive. Gabi chasing down, looking for Cuckoo. He gets a double kill. 5-5 also looking for another target.
Oh, they want to end it here.
No Slaughter for 85, and I think this is the way to win if you're Execration.
They're going to invest in Sam H. I'm trying.
I just don't think I just don't think there's enough, my friend.
There's still Winner's Curse too. Like DJ, it's just look at him. He's just like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm just gonna wait. Like, Please
Come
don't
in,
jump
Sam
me.
H. Shiva's guard. He's going to get hexed up, and he's about to fall. Raven looking for Nando. There's that Winter's Curse as you were talking about. Good deafening blast, but I don't think it's enough. It's Cuckoo now getting caught. He'll fall. He's got buyback. He'll use it. Still the hex up now on Raven. He is just trying to stay alive. That blink actually goes. They buy back on Sam H as well. They're not done yet. Again, still somehow, just when it looks to be the worst, Trent, they still somehow stay alive. Wait it out.
They're holding Nando forced back. He almost died. That would have been his dieback, which could have been kind of scary with everyone coming back up on the side of TNC. Cuckoo does have his refresher orb too, so we're just into that next level of the Invoker.
Dire's bottom tower.
We'll see if he can drop a full demo mode combo here. He's got every tool available. See if he's been practicing.
Old snap, Cuckoo, Glimmer Cape will come. The Satyr Banisher inside the base now, looking to just zone people out with the Purge. It's been very annoying. Tier 3 tower about to fall even with the Glimmer there. Gabi now Blade Furying it up. How far do they want to go for this? Sunstrike, not going to hit. Brian will go. Sam H will do the best they can, pushing this back out. I mean, it is TNC is clawing onto this game. Their fingernails, essentially, just trying to hang on. And right now, it's with one hand, I think.
Yeah, Execration have kind of reached that patience point. They're not doing anything too crazy. Maybe poke away once more with Jug here onto the range racks. We'll see. And they still have Roche to wait for if they want. And there's the ping from the Oracle. The Sunstrike inside. They'll send the Purge creep to the Radiant.
All right, Roshan and in 13.
So
I don't
valuable
know.
with all these buybacks being gone for the Dire.
I don't think TNC... I mean, it's going to be hard for TNC to even get out of the base, let alone get to Roche.
They're going to smoke up here. No wards inside the base, so we'll allow Tims to be very sneaky here.
Hex will go. That's onto Gabi now. They have forces out if they need it. Tornado will come through. Hits onto one. EMP. Ice wall down to the dirt. Now Gabi. Orb is up. Blade Fury avoiding all of that magic damage. They're going to TP Nando back home for now. Wait for him to get back. Wait for the next creep wave. 58 minutes into this game, Trent, and we're close, I feel like, but TNC win this fight, who knows what happens.
And they can't do anything with the life celery. Oh, no.
Oh, no. I missed it. Rior's going to fall. He wasn't there. He was farming top lane. Him looking to jump in, Slithering Crush. He'll find Nando. Nando, hold embrace coming out from DJ. Another godlike play from him. Force him inside. Ethereal Blade will go. Deafening Blast. Forces himself away again. Gets out in time. The wall is down. They want this. Kill the Tornado. It'll hit. But it cost them so much. He's not dead yet. The Winter's Curse. Yes, the Tornado will get the kill. But meanwhile, back at the base. They haven't lost Rex yet. Still, Cuckoo. Tornadoes is on point. Gabi using the Mantis. Sam H trying to help as much as possible.
There's a window.
Gabi taking a lot of damage here. Raven, Slithering Crush. Oh, that Blade Fury time. They get the bash. Sunstrike not there. Sam H looking for more. Jumping. Rolling that Chakram. Glimmer Cape is up again. DJ is making every play that he can possibly make. Gabi TPing will not make it out. Sam H gets the kill, and they're looking for DJ next. Oh my
Meanwhile,
God.
in the base, 5593, he's trying to do it solo.
It's not Vegas yet, Trent. It's not Vegas yet. 5-5 gets out. Brian will fall, but the range rack stays alive. And TNC hold with everything they have. Every freaking thing. They are able to stay in this game.
Oh. Well, they went for it. Slightly greedy play, the buyback on the tanker, the all-in. Not on Gabi, though. So that's...
I feel like...
Did he just...
Trent, can they get out to Roche? Is it possible?
I didn't even notice Cuckoo sold his Blink at some point there. He must have to buy the refresher for that last fight, because he just had to rebuy Blink, unless I'm insane. That's definitely what it just looked like.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah, either way.
Oh, TNC, don't you just go for Roche here, or what? Waiting for Raven, perhaps? They're going straight down mid. They don't know that the Jug has a buyback, I believe. I think they want to force it, but this might be dangerous here. No more backdoor protection. Cuckoo will come in. Forge Spirit's up now. Does a lot of damage with the Alacrity. Cliff will go. They really want to force out at least one of these buybacks. It's the Jug. It might. They can afford one Rax going down, but the vacuum coming in, the wall's there. Rax not dead yet. Now the Winter's Curse onto Cuckoo. He needs to be careful. Buyback status. He's not there for 2.5 seconds. Cuckoo might be able to make this out with the Fate's Edict. Tornado will come through. Splinters breaks the Lincoln Sphere. Now the Wex movement speed coming out. He needs to make it away. Deafening Blast to help him retreat. They'll head over to Roche, but now guess who just spawned? It's the Juggernaut. This is where the fight's going to happen. going to be a big one. They smoke up with 4. Nando will be able to be there regardless. How fast can they do this, Roshan? The answer to that question is pretty freaking fast. Raven, what will he grab? Cheese. Aegis goes to Cuckoo. He uses the cheese instantly. He was very low in HP, but Cuckoo has the Aegis.
Yeah, just no slots available for the cheese, really.
And look at where Jug is heading. Look at the beeline he is making. Maybe not. He's waiting for his team. Does he want this range
barracks?
Rex?
It's 298. There's backdoor.
Backdoor protected, but I think he could get through it, and I think he's going to go for it right now. Yeah, he's got more than enough damage, and Megas comes out. You've got to be kidding me.
Dota 2.
TP on Tim's. Can he find anybody? No. Shiva's guard, he runs right into him, the EMP. They're not going to find anybody here. This is a bad fight for Team so far. Find Nando, though. Can they get him down? They can. He's dead, but the Omni Slash coming through. But it's only on attempts. His life is expendable at this point. And they're going to go back in. They want this Ogre. They're going to find it. Raven gets a double kill. They're both dead for 95 seconds. I think 85, but you get what I'm saying. Jesus.
Oh, they hold. I mean, it's Megas, yes, but at this point, we can't just give up on this game now.
No.
It's been 62 minutes, 63 at this point. So I'm sure TNC will fight to the very bitter end here, as we will have a buyback from Tim's. Looks like maybe there's a go call here. This is our YOLO. I mean, it's what you tend to see the second Megas happen anyway, right? Most Mega comebacks, when they happen, it's when the very first minute, essentially, of it going down. So TNC looking to add another one to the list.
Well, this is an interesting choice from TNC. They're going to head up to the high ground and get done. A refresher orb has been purchased up by the Darkseer. Going to jump in. They want to get this kill onto Gabi for sure.
This
but
is
it's
risky, Gabi. I don't know,
he's
dude.
out of the base now. Fortune Zed's about to go. The high ground. The Raven wants to come in. He's got the rage. Can they get this kill? Timberch coming through. Gabi is not the easiest target. Now jump into the Chris. They want DJ. Great vacuum wall. Refresher comes down. And another vacuum wall. Tornado comes through. They get anything done with this question. Raven might be able to get down 5-5, but they've already lost one. That's the slaughter. Tim, they're going to use the tornado to come through. Juggernaut, they need to bring him down, and it looks like he might fall. He's in the base. TNC's Raven will have another kill. They're going to go for the tier 4s. Buyback coming out. Raven now trying to TP home, and it looks like he won't make it away. Gabi gets the bash. The Abyssal Blade comes out. He has to buy back himself. Cuckoo now goes walking away. And he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, he has his buyback too. Jug, okay, got scared for a second there. Yeah, they couldn't even try and get his buyback down either. So close to getting it, but not quite there. Damn.
I just don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm not even sure what to think really at this point.
Yeah, I really actually liked Gabi because it looked insane because you just pan over and this Jug's outside of the base, but with buyback, had he just killed the Oracle? Like, you just completely obliterate their chance of that fight, right? Just assuming he has no buyback.
Execration gonna go for this. Are they gonna win after all the hard work from TNC? The Hex is on to Sam H. Sam H vacuumed in. He'll fall. No buyback. Looks like they will lose Cuckoo as well, and that is going to be game. What a fantastic series. What a great second game of the day. That was outstanding Dota from both sides, Trent.
That was pretty sick Dota, honestly. 65 minutes, 60 kills to 45, 2-game series, 1-1. These two teams very evenly matched right now, so very exciting way to start off Group B. Looking forward to actually seeing these two teams in a full series once again, as we love to say with those best of threes, but damn, I'm impressed by Execration to not only just take this game and win it, but also you got to give credit to TNC for how long they held out.